Live from our studios here at Kukumleme. Good morning and welcome to the AM News right here on the Joy News channel. Now let's begin with our top story. And traders in Soutrum are reluctant to open their shops for businesses after 2 persons were gunned down over the sprinkling of pokoi in Soutrum on Sunday. Now eyewitnesses identified the deceased as the Obrafo and the son of the local chief. According to them, the confrontation started when residents of another community, Jenowohom, tried to sprinkle popoi in Soutrum, a traditional dish central to the festival, despite resistance from the Soutrum traditional leaders. Now, this was followed by a gun battle leading to the death, and Collins Frimpong reports.
The incident happened in one of the busy trading hubs in Soutrum, surrounded by several container shops. At the location where one of the deceased fell, a closer look revealed blood droplets, but a tire bent at the same location smells the blood marks. Some of the aluminium containers had bullet holes in them and shattered glass windows. The area was quiet as opposed to the vibrant Sunday sales. An eyewitness recounted what happened.
And the gunshots that was going on, bro, I don't know where they got the bullets from. For like 30 minutes continuously, the gun was just flying. We just asked what was the problem and we were told, you know, when people were having their homo and they wanted to come and sprinkle quickly here. But this place is for the Soutrum land. So the Soutrum people said no, they won't allow them to come and sprinkle quickly here. That is the fight. The injury I can't say because a lot, but then 2 people died.
Confirmed?
Confirmed. By the Soutrum people. The Obrafo of Soutrum, and then have to do this. The son of the chief.
Another woman who was so shaken by the incident said many of the traders fled the scene to avoid being hit by stray bullets.
Yesterday, they destroyed all our wares, including our glass containers. As you can see, when the situation later got worse, we fled into people's rooms to hide out of here. By 3 p.m., we closed all shops and took our children home.
By 3 to 4
At the time of our visit, there were no police or security officers at the scene. Some residents are still afraid to come out or even open their shops, fearing reprisals.
No, yesterday the place was quiet. I mean, everybody closed the shop. Because this morning, I learned more people didn't open their shops because they are afraid it will happen. And it will happen. As that when I don't know, but it will happen. We live in the area, we know how the area is.
The police are yet to comment on the incident. For Joy News, I am Collins Frimpong, Soutrum.
And in an update by the police, we understand that 3 people actually lost their lives due to the clash. Let's move away from that. And less than 24 hours to the Akwitia by-election, the NPP's national organizer, Henry Nana Boakye, is raising concerns over what he describes as a huge security lapse. And in a Facebook post on August 31, he claimed police checkpoints in the area have been deserted despite assurances of heavy security deployment by the NDC. The NDC is also disputing his claims. According to the NDC's Director of Elections and IT, Rashid Tanko Computer, the location Henry Boakye referred to is not Akwitia, but Isamankese, dismissing the NPP's concerns as misleading.
Akwitia, as of now, it is a baseless accusation against the police. It has no foundation and it should be dismissed completely. I passed through where he posted. It's not in the Chambo district. That is Asamankese. When you are coming from Asamankese, it's a checkpoint in the night because that stretch is very dark. So the police put up those checkpoints in the night to make sure that evildoers don't misbehave on that route. Daytime, you hardly see them there because the road is so busy daytime. Come to Akwitia and see, you see the number of roadblocks, checkpoints. In fact, today they have even searched our vehicles. My minister is here. We went around to visit some communities, and every point we pass, there are checkpoints there, and they will make sure that they check everybody before you are allowed to pass through.
Now, Mr. Rashid Tanko Computer also urged the National Peace Council to engage the NPP ahead of the elections on September 2.
We will attend the meeting. We'll go and listen to them. What we do know is that we are ready for peaceful election. We have trained our people. Our deployment strategy, everything is top-notch. And we are ready for the election come 2nd September, Tuesday. The Peace Council should rather engage them. They are the people who are causing all the problems here. As we speak now, they are apprehensive here, trying to create an impression that doesn't exist.
All right.
Now, a good education is meant to be the key to a brighter future. But for students at Prang Senior High School in the Bunu East region, that key is being weighed down by a daily struggle for the most basic human necessity, clean water and a decent meal. Established over 3 decades ago, the school now finds itself crippled by a severe lack of infrastructure, forcing over 2,000 students to trade precious study hours for a search for water and to brave the elements just to eat. Our reporter Anasabit has the story from Prang, where students are making a desperate appeal to government.
Good education is the bedrock of any nation's future. But what happens when the very environment meant to nurture that future is crippled by a lack of basic amenities? For students here at the Prang Senior High School in the Bunu East region, the pursuit of knowledge is a daily battle against inadequate facilities and a severe water shortage. The school, established in the year 1992 and with a current population of over 2,000 students, was meant to be a beacon of learning. But today, it stands as a stark example of neglect, where students are forced to make impossible choices between their studies and their basic survival.
We have water challenges on campus here. How it's affecting us is when we come back from school and there is no water in the campus, we struggle to go outside. And when we come in late, before we go to the class, it will be late for us to go to the class.
Like, it's affecting us. Maybe it may, we'll get some larger time to study. The time that we get, we use that time to go roaming about in town because of water. So here we are struggling. We are suffering because of water facilities.
The search for water is a daily pilgrimage. Study hours are sacrificed as students, mostly young women, trek through the town with yellow gallons begging for water from boreholes and sometimes from sympathetic residents.
During prep hours, some of our colleagues will be roaming in town looking for water. We are not getting water in this campus. And water price is expensive. 1 jar, 1 cedi.
Let's say tomorrow some of us have paper. Now that we are searching for water and there's no water. Let's say if I didn't buy, how can I go and sit with my colleagues in the class? So I have to search for water before I go and learn.
But the water crisis is only one part of the story. The school has no dining hall.
We have no dining hall. That's the first problem we are facing. And the secondly, the dining is poor. The quality is small, the food is limited, and how it has been prepared, it is also down.
For years, students have taken their meal under the shade of these mango trees. It is a picturesque scene with a very ugly reality, especially when the skies open up.
When it is raining, at times they will push the food. The kitchen staffs, they will bring the food to the dining hall, then they will come and leave it here, then they will go back. So after the rain, then we will come and serve. Sometimes to eat around 8 o'clock because of what? The rain.
During rainy season like this, we can't come to dining because the time that is time for us to come to dining, maybe it may be raining. So we manage our gari and sugar that we have. And sometimes if we don't have gari and sugar, we will sleep like that.
The absence of a secure, enclosed dining facility also raises serious concerns about food safety and general security on campus. The students' play is not for luxury, but for dignity. A basic right to eat a meal in peace and to have access to clean water without jeopardizing their education.
We want the government to come and support us. We are suffering. We need water facility in this campus.
We are pleading on him to come and give us dining hall, water, the broken halls.
The situation here at the Prang Senior High School is a clear contradiction. On one hand, you have a determined student body eager to learn and make their mark. On the other hand, an environment that actively works against them. Their appeal is simple. They are not asking for a 5-star hotel, but for the basic tools that will allow them to focus on what they came here to do, to learn. For Joy News, I am Anna Sabet reporting from the Pine Senior High School.
Now imagine attending class at 4 in the morning or late into the night. That's the new reality at GH Schools, which has launched a 24-hour academic system to widen access to vocational and technical education. Nakwesi Asare-Boateng has more on this report.
The initiative introduces dawn classes from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. alongside evening sessions from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in addition to the regular morning and afternoon schedules. Management says a midnight sessions may also be added. Rector of GH Schools, Leslie Ado-Listowell, says the school has been oversubscribed, especially in fashion, catering, and multimedia programs.
Because of the wonderful things we are doing here, we are always oversubscribed. Especially our fashion department, our catering department, and our multimedia department.
Security for the late night and dawn classes will be reinforced by the Achimota Police Command, while healthcare arrangements have been secured with Midway and Achimota hospitals. Management says the new round-the-clock schedule positions GH Schools as a pioneer in aligning education with Ghana's 24-hour economic vision. Dr. Kofi Osei-Kwesi is Chancellor of GH Schools.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this 24-hour academic system aligns perfectly with the government's 24-hour economy initiative, which is to make learning accessible to a broader audience. We here at GH Schools commend the government for this visionary policy, which would undoubtedly further unlock Ghana's economic potential.
The initiative, when fully rolled out, would mean students in Accra could also be in class while the rest of the city is asleep. Nakwesi Asare-Boateng's report for Joy News.
Away from that, the president of the Infantsiman Salt Pond Development Alliance, Ernest de Graft Iju, has issued a strong reminder to President Mahama to fulfill his 2022 pledge of marking the National Founders Day celebration in Salt Pond. Now, speaking at the Maiden Salt Pond Homecoming Festival, Mr. Iju recalled that President Mahama, while in opposition, vowed to commemorate the day in Salt Pond in recognition of the town's historic role in Ghana's political journey. Abigail Isel in Nkrumah has more in the following report.
And it will be a worry, you know, your budget. Na modi en yazaye dem robeya action for obefa nentumapa netampa odifra. In a display of community and merrymaking, the people of Salt Pond celebrated the first ever Salt Pond Homecoming Festival, an occasion initiated by the Infantsiman Salt Pond Development Alliance (MSDA). In his address, the founder of MSDA, Ernest de Graft Iju, highlighted the theme for the festival, adding that the festival marked the formal inauguration of the alliance. We gather under the inspiring theme, reuniting our roots, reimagining the future. These words remind us that whilst we honor our past, we must also take responsibility for shaping the future of Salt Pond and Infantsiman. He also called on government to move the 2025 Founders Day celebration to Salt Pond, revealing it was a promise President Mahama, then in opposition, made in 2022. The President of Ghana now, then the opposition leader, and the special guest of honor for Nkusuku Modavia in 2022, responded to me as the youthful chairman, and I quote him, and spoke to Nananum that said, obey President or the Founders Day Baba Sopo. And to Mr. President, today when you see me leading the youth of Salt Pond and the citizens of Salt Pond, our appeal to you
is that fulfill your own promise. And I know you will do it.
The special guest of the festival and group chairman of McDan Group, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, reflected on how tourism can be promoted in Salt Pond.
Actually, when I was coming here, I was thinking, as an entrepreneur, how we can transform Salt Pond to bring wealth to this area. Some few things drop in my mind. Immediately, what we can pursue, what we can push to bring tourism here. Ideas, innovation, and bravery, we can make it happen.
On the sideline with the media, the Deputy CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Gilbert Abeku Agri, appealed to the traditional authority and youth in Salt Pond to foster unity to promote development in the community.
My appeal to the traditional leaders as well as the youth of Salt Pond is to come together and forge, unity for development. The only way development will come to this community is when there's a reason for people to come here. And one of the reasons could be festival celebration, because it's a socio-economic venture or activity that brings people from all walks of life.
From Salt Pond, Abigail Lesal Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
Well, it's now time for the business update, and my colleague Samuel Kujibwes has that.
To our first story, Richard Kekmesa, who is the head of communications for the Ghana Gas Company, is assuring Ghanaians that the plant is back on stream and has been retrofitted very well to make sure that it produces power for the people. And he's assuring that there's no cause for alarm. He noted that the plant is ready to produce gas for production of power for the country. Mr. Mensah further revealed that the government is set to begin work on a second processing plant which will help provide relatively cheaper electricity for Ghanaians. His remarks follow the successful completion of maintenance works on the gas plant.
I want to categorically state to all Ghanaians and all relevant stakeholders that Ghana Gas Processing Plant is back on stream. We are processing and we are safe. We are going to produce for electricity consumption and industrial growth. There's no cause for alarm. The plant is safe. Everything is on course. The current administration, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is very much committed to start the second processing plant. You know, this project is long overdue. Unfortunately, it didn't materialize. And the President and the Minister of Energy are very much committed. There was a technical committee to review whatever works that done previously, and they have finished their report and they have submitted to Cabinet. If not for the tragedy that befell us as a country, I think by now we would have known the timelines. So within the shortest possible time, I think when Cabinet meets, they will give us the timeline for the commencement of the second processing plant. And I know a lot of Ghanaians are waiting impatiently for this project because it's going to give us jobs, it's going to give us relatively cheaper electricity, and it's going to open door for industrial growth.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has clarified the issues raised by some importers and exporters over unfair auction of perishable goods at the port. In a statement issued by the Customs Division of the GRA, it noted that the allegation of non-adherence to customs procedures in the auction of perishable goods at the port is not justified. There's more in this report.
The statement noted that the Customs Act 2015 have provisions on the treatment of perishable and non-perishable goods, which have all been strictly applied in all forms of auction. In the case of perishable goods, Section 53 authorizes a proper officer to immediately dispose of goods after 21 days of overstay through public auction. Motor vehicles, on the other hand, under Section 55, 57 and 59 of the Customs Act are given special treatment, revaluation and clearance within a 60-day period. The Ghana Revenue Authority noted that it is erroneous to indicate that importers have 60 days within which to clear perishable goods. Importers are, however, encouraged to use the pre-cargo arrival clearance, which enabled them to pay the duty liable prior to the arrival of the cargo. Additional payments may arise if discrepancies are detected upon cargo inspection.
And that's all in the business update for this morning. Also, that's all in the AM News. Up next is AM Sports. To stay.